Good afternoon and welcome inside the Nicholas Athletic Center on the campus of Buckingham Brown and Nichols in Cambridge, Massachusetts for prep school hockey. It's another year of Knights hockey on YouTube, and welcome back to it. I'm Steve Clay, and it has been a minute since we've been here with you. A lot has happened through the end of last year and the off season and into the beginning of this season. We will catch you up on everything as we go along. But for right now, the Knights ready to get going against the Panthers of North Yarmouth Academy. They saw them at the tournament up at NYA the weekend after New Year's, lost 4-1 to the Panthers in that game. BB&N on the season through 9 games, they are 4-5. And that 4 wins representing the most through 9 games in, I didn't look up the stat, but a lot of years. And among some of the turnover that happened between the end of last year and the beginning of this year, coaching change, Anthony Moshe stepping down, and Kason Homan taking over as the head coach, and Ed Bourget, who is also now the director of hockey operations for both the men's and women's, boys and girls programs. You can tell I've been doing college games too. Is helping Kason, and the two of them have masterminded things to 4 wins out of their first 9 games, including taking 2 games at the Barber tournament the weekend before Christmas at Middlesex. They did lose to Middlesex in the opener, but came back with wins over Hill and Worcester Academy. And we'll see Worcester Academy tomorrow at 1 o'clock here on Knights Hockey in a Friday-Saturday doubleheader. Among the seniors, obviously, that graduated and aren't here, there's another subtraction from the team in the offseason. Returning captain Daigo Hata, who would have been a senior this year, is playing in the North American Hockey League. He has 2 goals and 4 assists for 6 points through 28 games at El Paso. And so that left it on the rest of the senior class to step up and carry the load, and they have done a really good job so far during the year, but also aided by some great new prospects and the rest of the underclass on the team who have all chipped in so far this season. Leading scorer for the Knights so far, Ben Romer, 3 goals and 9 assists for 12 points on the year. Right behind him, junior Jack Dalio and junior Jack Williams. Those they're each with 8 points on the season. The top 3 lines have really been doing a lot for the Knights so far this year. The second line today will be Hunter Barone in between freshman Bear Tang and sophomore Liam Walker. And the third line will be freshman Nolan Hartman, although he was on the team as an 8th grader last year, in between 2 of the other senior captains, Alex Robbins and James Ferreira, who joined Ben Romer as the 3-forward captain. On defense, we'll see a senior pairing of Scott Crabtree and returning 2-year senior captain Ryan Clay. And Tucker Hartman and Cam Roof will be the second D pair. Roof with the overtime goal against Austin Prep in one of the more memorable moments of the year so far for the Knights. And Tiger Tang, Bear's twin brother, both freshmen, and Abe Krishnan will be the third pair of D. James Potter will start in net for the Knights. For the Panthers, we'll see Maël Saint-Hilaire in goal. And again, they beat BB&N 4-1 in their tournament just last weekend. And then it's a tradition for them. They come down for this weekend and play at BB&N on Friday night and then go to Roxbury Latin on Saturday afternoon. So nice little Boston trip for the Panthers, Coach Michael Ward and the Panthers. And speaking of that, opportunity to say a quick hello to Michael's son Hudson, who's a big fan of the broadcasts, and we always appreciate getting to see him both up at NYA and down here. The puck is dropped and we're underway. BB&N in their home blues, and the puck deep in their end. Ryan Clay will chase it, and whistle blows for an icing as we are underway. Here, we'll make that the first period. Apologies in advance. The clock camera is a little skewed. We was a scramble to get everything working perfectly here on Nights Hockey on YouTube, as it often is. But we're glad that you're with us, as now NYA trying to get the puck out to center ice. This is Jacob Kalaluka. Brings it over the line. His shot is high over the net. I'm sorry, that's Dagan Nadeau with the shot for NYA. Cleared out by Alex Robbins to center ice, and Eben Thibodeau will play it for the Panthers. Panthers work it out to center ice. Clay gets it right back up, and Robbins will chip it in, and the Knights will change. Jack Williams, the lone forechecker, but NYA able to bring it out past a little bit too long, and Cam Roof tries to get it out, but now it's controlled by Jack Dalio. Out to Jack Williams through center ice. Williams with 5 goals on the season, trying to get it through to Dalio, but couldn't make it. Dalio behind the net, has it taken away by Matthew Mott. Big hit by Ben Romer. Shot by Dalio is deflected up into the stands. Romer with a big hit, never shies away from that type of activity. But I will say, through 9 games, the Knights have spent less time in the penalty box this year than they have in previous years. So that has been a good trend for BB&N so far. Dalio steals the clear out attempt, tries to get it to Williams. Nice poke check by Roof, keeps it alive. Romer gets it down into the left wing corner. Dalio looking out front, and they score! Dalio to Jack Williams, and Williams puts it home. BB&N on the board just a minute and a half in. Great pass from Dalio. That'll be Williams on the goal from Dalio and Romer. 16:32 left to go in the first period. A pretty play behind the net, and BB&N, who has not been out to too many leads this year, with the early goal. Now NYA will take it back in, circling in the corner. Clay able to work it around, trying to get it to Bear Tang. Tang can't quite get it out. Comes back in, and again, Clay with it. He'll whip it around this one. Goes to Liam Walker. Walker will play it up and out. So BB&N with the early goal. Jack Williams. Again, we think it's going to be from Dalio and Romer. Now puck right out in front, and they score again! Hunter Barone grabs the rebound off the Walker shot. And Barone with the goal just 30 seconds later. And BB&N has come out like gangbusters. Their first home game this year was against St. Mark's. And look, everybody's going to have trouble with St. Mark's this year. And it was not a particularly fun experience. But now that the 2026 part of the year has started, Barone with the goal, and Walker too, right? I think that's going to be from Barone, from Walker, and Bear Tang. And just like that, BB&N up 2-0. They felt frustrated. I know they felt frustrated after the game at NYA. They thought they could play with this team, and they couldn't generate any scoring chances. And now here's a couple for NYA. Back to the point it goes. And the shot blocked, but the rebound goes back through toward the net. And now it's taken and cleared out as Krishnan able to get it up so that the Knights could get it out. Now it's chased in. Sabatasso with the puck. There's a chance right out in front, and Potter able to hang on. And some conversations afterwards. Scotty Crabtree didn't like the aggressiveness of, I believe that's Mott, and took exception to it, but Potter with the tie-up, and 14:49 left to go now in the first. 2-0 BB&N. Romer wins the draw. Roof can't get it cleared out, but now he has the puck, and he will carry it out. He's been great at this year. Takes it into the offensive zone, gets around Mott, tries to play it back. Dalio keeps it alive, but it'll be picked up by Adam Pelletier for NYA. And Panthers can't clear it, but now they'll get an opportunity. And the long pass ahead, they were trying to connect with Harry Seeley, who he would have broken in alone if they could have gotten the puck right to him, but puck went just behind the BB&N net, and Knights able to clear it out. NYA trying to work it out of their own zone. Good forecheck by BB&N. The BB&N forecheck has been much improved this year. Of course, to have a forecheck, you got to get it down into the other team's end. And that's something else that they've done well so far in the early going. Now there's a chance. Wrist shot is saved by Potter and cleared out. I believe that was Stephen Connolly for NYA with the wrist shot. Good chase by Barone. Prevented the icing. Comes back, and they score again! Hunter Barone prevented the offside, the icing, I'm sorry. And I believe that is Bear Tang. That's his second goal. And whether or not he put a stick on the puck, you got to give Hunter Barone an assist on that for negating the offside. And BB&N now up 3-0. 13:23 left to go. And BB&N with the puck off the faceoff. This is Tucker Hartman out to Alex Robbins. He just gets it down in the zone. Now he'll clear it back in, played by St. Hilaire. 3-0 BB&N, and chance for more around the net as Robbins bounces off a NYA player. Ryan Clay keeps it in at the point. James Ferreira tries to work it into the middle, but now it is taken by Thibodeau. But a good forecheck by Nolan Hartman causes a turnover, and now Robbins will walk it back in. And NYA comes up with the puck in the corner. Pass to center ice is taken by Williams. Williams will play it to himself and then is buried by Jackson Sabatasso. Coming the other way, good opportunity and a blocker save by Potter on Dagan Nadeau. Now BB&N moving the puck crisply. Well, not there maybe, but here comes Jack Dalio, junior from Swampscott. Can't clear it out. They call it good, and the puck goes over the net. I think maybe Potter got a blocker on it. And now Krishnan gets lit up in the corner, and NYA takes over. The shot is blocked by Williams, and Crabtree will take it and just flip it out of harm's way. It's not going to be icing, and BB&N can get a much-needed change. 11:31 left to go in the first. BB&N up 3-0. in the early going. Now Ryan Clay with the puck. He'll leave it back to Cam Roof. Roof with a little bit of speed. Again, he's been good at that. He bounces it in. It takes a funny hop off the boards. That was actually going to be icing. That was going to be icing because he was well short of the line, but it wound up caroming right in on Maël Saint-Hilaire, the Panthers goalie. He had to hang on to it, tie it up for the faceoff. It'll be Robbins on the faceoff for the Knights, and it's one back to Roof. Roof will play it through just wide of the net. NYA gets it out to center ice. Roof able to control it. He'll play it over to Ryan Clay. Clay will work it out, but it bounces up into the bench area, and the faceoff will be in the BB&N zone. So 3 goals in the first 5 minutes for BB&N as they had a great week of practice. Talked to Ed Bourget a little bit before the game. Said it was really a good week of practice, and they were ready to go today, and it certainly showed. Here comes Barone. Cam Plourde trying to slow him down, but Barone gets into the corner, whips it over in front, but can't connect with Walker. And now coming the other way is Connolly. Connolly trying to work around Tiger Tang, but Tang is able to get it over to Barone. Now Barone will work the puck out for BB&N. Barone through center ice. Play is onside. Leaves it back for Beartang. Beartang with it in the corner. But now it's taken by Owen Cheever. But walking out of the corner was Beartang. Sorry, was Walker. Liam Walker. Almost created a turnover. Now there's another turnover in front. BB&N's forecheck is doing a great job. NYA having a really tough time getting it out of their own zone. Tucker Hartman gets it to Nolan Hartman. And the brothers combine to work it into the zone. Now Ferreira picks it up. He'll get a shot in on Maël Saint-Hilaire. And Saint-Hilaire hangs on to it for the whistle. 9:45 left to go in the first. And there are times where I hit the wrong buttons on the score bar, but I have not today. It is really BB&N 3 and NYA nothing at this point, as the Knights have gotten off to a fast start here Friday night in Cambridge. Panthers, though, with the puck, back to the right point, kept in by Tucker Hartman. Behind the net, James Ferrero will chase it. Puck comes all the way out. There's a chance in front, and a little knuckleball, really, by Nolan Hartman. He didn't get what he wanted, or somebody got a stick on it at the last minute, and he kind of just dribbled a shot toward Maël Saint-Hilaire, who it kind of confused him. It almost got through. But Saint-Hilaire able to hang on, and now the roamer line will be out for BB&N. Puck back to the point. Clay had it hop on his stick, but able to keep it in and put it into the corner. Battle along the left wing corner. Now Jack Williams. He's got Matthew Mott on him. Crabtree comes in to try and keep it in. Now a 2-on-2. Tried to pass it over, but got stuck on a BB&N defender. It's possible Clay got a leg or other appendage on that. Now Williams will get it in. That one kind of fooled Saint-Hilaire a little bit. And now the long clear out, and it lands just in time. Crabtree able to get back nicely. Gianni Perillo could not quite control it, or else he would have been able to split the D and walk right through. Now there's a shot that's blockered away. Rebound is also swept away. The rebound chance was from Perillo. Now Barone will take it behind his own net. Hunter Barone will move it out. Barone is still only a sophomore. Sorry, it was Dalio getting it in deep. Barone, who played on this team as an 8th grader, feels like he's been here forever, but he's only a sophomore. And he's had a great start to his year, 2 goals and 7 assists for 9 points going into the game, and almost certainly had the goal and think might have had an assist as well. So some big hitting behind the NYA goal, but the Panthers able to work it out towards center ice. But now Tiger Tang able to get it back in. He takes a big hit, however, from Stephen Connolly. And NYA has picked up their hitting game in the last few minutes in an effort to sort of jumpstart their play and get back into this game, trailing by 3 with 7 minutes left to go in the first period. Barone wins the faceoff. Tang gets it back out to the point, and that one changed directions on the way through. And Potter, a baseball player in the spring, had to make a shoestring catch to keep that one out of the net. So they'll change it up, and it'll be Nolan Hartman taking the draw against Cam Pleward. BB&N gets it behind their own net. Can't work it out yet, but the battle along the near side. Now it squirts back into the corner. Ryan Clay will pick it up. Stop behind his own net, take it out in front, and make the outlet pass to Ferreira. Ferreira trying to get it across, looking for a tip from Robbins. Didn't work. Back to the point. Tucker Hartman gets it through, or doesn't get it through, had it blocked. And now Thibodeau will chase down with Ryan Clay. Clay able to get there first and bat the puck away. Nolan Hartman can't get it out, kept in by the Panthers. Play back in front. Ryan Clay with the tie-up, and there's a chance and a little bit of a scramble in front of the net. Ryan Clay took the player out, but then an opportunity. So that was Cam Lathrop on the chance for NYA, but Potter standing tall and making the save. 6:38 left to go in the first. BB&N with goals from Jack Williams, Hunter Barone, and Bear Tang lead this one 3-0. Roof now with the puck. Gets it out to Jack Williams, plays it across to Scotty Crabtree. Crabtree up to Romer, and Romer taps it into the zone. And now BB&N will forecheck. Their forecheck has been good in the first period, but there's a good indirect pass, and it frees Kolaluka, and his shot gets through, but just managed to go to the backboards, and there's a shot that's low, and Potter able to grab it. Shot from the point by Pelletier. Couple of good chances as NYA starting to find their game as the first period goes on and picking up the chances. A lot of the last 5 minutes or so has been spent in the BB&N defensive end. Barone to take the draw against Sabatasso. Whistle blows, and they'll do it again. Barone gets it back into the corner. Clay plays it around, but it is stopped, but bounces off the boards and is cleared out by Alex Robbins. Sorry, by Tiger Tang. Now the other way, it's offside on the play, as behind the play, Ryan Clay tangled up with Pleward, but sorry, with Owen Cheever. But nothing comes of that, and the faceoff back outside the BB&N defensive zone, won by the Panthers. Back to their D, it's Owen Beaumont, and the Panthers will get it in deep. Barone will chase it against Sabatasso. Clay with a big hit, but NYA comes out with the puck, and there's a shot well over the net by Thibodeau. Shot back in, Karam's out in front, and finally BB&N able to clear it out as a point-blank shot. And I think it got all the way through to Potter, just made a positional save. Potter now will block her away this long clear in, but NYA picking it up. NYA playing much better in the last 5 minutes and really been challenging. As another shot and a blocker save. Curtis Brown with the shot for NYA. And now there's another shot, and Potter able to come up with it. It was batted around a little bit, but Potter able to come up with it with Harry Seeley right on the doorstep. 4:51 left to go in the first. BB&N still hanging on to the lead. All the goals scored in the first 5 minutes of the period. Romer will take the draw. Wins it back. Tucker Hartman takes it behind his own net. Now we'll start it out. Works it out of the zone, but it's played back in by Thibodeau. But now Roof will take it. He'll flip it over. Tucker Hartman will clear it, but not out. But now it's knocked out by Romer. There was no icing on the play, so Romer able to carry on the forecheck. Dalio keeps it into the corner. Romer keeps it alive. Now Williams circling around will get it back to the point, and the shot goes high from Tucker Hartman and is taken by Curtis Brown behind the NYA net. Under 4 minutes left to go now in the period, and here's a chance. The shot and the save again by Potter. Cam Gardner with the shot for North Yarmouth Academy. And James Potter has been outstanding for the Knights in this first period. Senior from Arlington. He's played a lot the last couple of years. Puck goes into the sideboards, now comes out, and a good back check by Bayer. Tang, he'll take it behind the net, has it taken away. Now right out in front, over the net on a point-blank chance. And Deegan Nadeau wishes he had that one back. NYA still with it, and a shot over the net by Mott. And now BB&N able to clear it out. Bear Tang will give chase for the Knights as BB&N changes behind him. Now here's an opportunity as it'll be kept in. Shot toward the net. Almost a chance. Barone on the rebound, puts it back out. Ryan Clay with the shot. It's blocked. Roof, though, with it. Another shot is saved by Saint-Hilaire. And this one's chased all the way down. And Ryan Clay wins the foot race with Deegan Nadeau. And it will be an icing. So some good opportunities for BB&N. Their first opportunities in a while, frankly, in this first period, because NYA has carried the play for the last 6 to 8 minutes. But with under 3 to go now in the first, we've got a stoppage while something's going on over on the NYA bench. I don't know if it's not sure what's going on, but the door's closed and we can play again. No, we can't. Yes, we can. No, we can't. I think because of the icing, they got to make sure that all the players that were on are still on. So the appropriate substitutions allegedly have been made. And on the draw, it's one back in the NYA corner. Panthers can't clear it out, though, and a chance in front, but now it pops away, and Nadeau is able to break it out for NYA. And nice play back into the middle. Roof, though, with a nice block of the pass. And Crabtree able to get it to the sideboards. Now Crabtree absorbs the hit from Perillo, and the Knights able to work it out of the zone. Ferreira giving chase, but the Panthers will turn and bank it down in. And good play by Crabtree to get in the way of Harry Seeley. And he'll get the puck back and he'll work it out. But it is intercepted. And a chance and a save by Potter, and we've got a penalty. And the whistle still hasn't blown. So there was a collision. Harry Seeley ran into Potter. It didn't, frankly, look malicious. It was perhaps careless, but it was not, I would not say he ran Potter. So it was, you can scrub back in the stream if you want to. You can see how far out Potter was in his crease. But regardless, that type of contact is going to be goaltender interference. And so it's Seeley to the box for 2 minutes. They haven't put it up yet. So, but I believe that it is a power play with 1:43 left to go in the first period. Puck comes all the way back down. Potter will hang on to it, and now he'll leave it for Roof. Roof will pick up speed, get around the first player. Now he's into the zone. He pulls up. He'll leave it. Barone able to take it nicely and put it in the corner. Hunter Barone with it behind the net. It's BB&N now trying to set up their power play. Barone with the big swoop around. And now he'll play it back. Roof gets it across. Romer. His entry goes off a skate, I believe, Kalaluka, but now back to the point. Roof with it. Makes a nice move. Gets hung up a little bit. We'll play it back to Romer. Romer walks in. His plays it down, and a good opportunity. Little touch pass from Jack Williams down to the doorstep. And the tip attempt, I believe, from Dalio, but St. Hilaire with a good job to corral that one. So now the penalty is up on the board. There's a minute left to go on it. And 46 seconds left in the period. BB&N's second power play unit will come out. It's Walker, Robbins, and Ryan Clay up front. And they put the defenseman up front on the power play in the hopes that the 6'4", 215 senior can get in the way and screen and or tip the puck. Crabtree with it, plays it down into the corner. Walker back out to Robbins. Robbins brings it off the half board. His shot goes all the way through, and St. Hilaire able to make the save behind the net. Clay with it. He'll play it back to the point where it's not kept in by Crabtree. Crabtree does take the hit, and now Walker will get it back in. 17 seconds left to go. Clay tries to flip it over to his forehand, but has it taken away. And puck back out to center ice. Crabtree, with 8 seconds left, will circle for maybe one more opportunity. And that is the end of the first period of play. A terrific first 5 minutes for the Knights, and then pretty even the rest of the period. Maybe the advantage a little bit to NYA. Through one period of play, it is BB&N 3 and North Yarmouth nothing. Stick around after the first intermission, and we'll be back with second period action here on Knights Hockey on YouTube. welcome back to BB&N. And after 18 minutes of play in the first period, BB&N with the 3-0 lead as we get started in the second period. Puck behind the BB&N net, and it's taken by Scott Crabtree. Crabtree plays it up, and Ferreira with the sweep, able to get it in. Nolan Hartman picks it up, takes it into the corner. Puck back out in front. BB&N scored a couple of goals like that in the first period. Ryan Clay will play it back into the BB&N zone. Now here's a rush from Thibodeau. NYA was back on their heels in the early going, but played much better over the second half of the first period, getting some really good testing chances on James Potter. Puck all the way back down in. Big hit by Robbins, but NYA able to come out with it and get it back out, and puck chipped up and out of play. The defensive stick there by Cam Roof as he got it in the way of Cam Lathrop. Goals in the first period for BB&N from Jack Williams. Score sheet just has it from Jack Dalio. We think Ben Romer's going to get an assist on that eventually. And Hunter Barone, the second goal. Score sheet again has Scotty Crabtree, but I think they wanted 7, not 17, as it was Liam Walker's shot that was saved that Barone was able to convert the rebound on. So I think that second goal is Barone from Walker. I think Bear Tang with a second assist as a shot in. And the save made by Maël Saint-Hilaire. NYA squad a little irritated by Ben Romer's kind of looking to see if there was a loose puck after it maybe jiggled around in Saint-Hilaire's glove, or maybe it didn't. Off the draw, there's a chance. This is Daniel Driscoll as fourth line on for BB&N. That is Driscoll, Max Carvalho, and Tommy Bresler. Puck back around in the corner. NYA with it. They can't quite keep it in. Comes out, and this is Bresler. Bresler gets over the line, breaks in, just broken up at the last minute. Not kept in, and is a 2-on-1 the other way. Ryan Clay is back, and the shot is saved by Potter. He lost the rebound briefly. And now a little bit of pushing afterwards. As the shot came in on Potter, he stopped it but couldn't control the rebound. But luckily it fell right at his feet. Off the draw. Clay plays it behind his net. Now Dalio with it. Kept in, though, by NYA. They come back to the point. The shot goes through and is wide. Rebound comes all the way out. BB&N able to take it. Romer gets a stick on it. He's able to get it back down in behind the net. NYA will try and work it out, but Jack Williams takes over. He's battling against Cheever. Now Dalio will turn, absorb the hit. Puck is still down there. Jack Williams tries to come through with it, but can't. And now the other way, Cheever. And the puck just rolls through. Clay will take it and play it behind his own net, where it's just poked ahead by Tucker Hartman. Now the shot is kicked away by Potter. Clay will play it up and out. And the faceoff will remain in the BB&N zone. Cam Gardner had the shot for NYA on Potter in that last sequence. And since BB&N shot it out, no change is allowed. Romer on the draw. Clay in the corner. Gets it all the way through. Dalio can't quite get it out. It's kept in. And now BB&N still can't get it out. Now Romer breaks it out. Romer has Bear Tang with him, but takes it behind the net. D changes for BB&N. Walker, Tang, tries to stick it backhand under the crossbar, but puts it over the net. And now good defense back check by Bear Tang. And back out to center ice, but now Hunter Barone will take it, leave it for Scotty Crabtree. Crabtree will get it up. Walker's able to tap it in. But this one's going to be a foot race. And they wave it off. They wave off the icing. Now Walker makes a nice cut back into the middle and is able to get a testing shot off on Mael Saint-Hilaire. And it is deflected up into the netting for a stoppage in play with 13:58 left to go in the second period. BB&N still hanging on to the 3-0 lead. All the goals in this game in the first 5 minutes of play. Nolan Hartman will take the draw against Perucci. Kept in briefly, but now back out to center ice. Roof will take it. Gets around a couple of checks, still has the puck. Gets it back into the middle. Ferreira gets a shot off, but didn't connect. Now this one's back in from Robbins, and a rebound and a score! Robbins with the initial shot, and Nolan Hartman with the follow-up and the goal for BB&N. It is 4-0 Knights. Robbins had the shot in on St. Hilaire, and with 13:39 left to go in the second period, Nolan Hartman makes it 4-0 BB&N. And that's got to be a dispiriting goal for NYA, because they, after the first 5 minutes of play, really, they they have played very well. Now off the draw, the puck in the BB&N zone, but Knights able to work it out. Bear Tang comes back in. Big hit out at center ice, but play is in and they score. Stephen Connolly. Stephen Connolly with the goal for NYA. And that comes about 20 seconds after the Hartman goal made it 4-0. So NYA on the board. Ryan Clay had pinched up to make a hit. At center ice. And that left one less defender back to defend there. Now, meanwhile, off the draw, BB&N with a good chance. Romer with a chance from the right circle. But NYA works it out. Dalio back to Tiger Tang. Now Williams with it behind the net. Panthers can't clear it out. Nope, but now they're going to call a hand pass. 12:26 left to go here in the second period. Goal for each side in the second has made it 4-1 BB&N. Nolan Hartman, the goal scorer for BB&N in the second, takes the draw. Puck one back into the Panthers zone. They'll play it out to center ice. Hartman has it taken away. A chance and a point blank stop by Potter. Now Ferreira blocks one at the point. Back out to the point by NYA. This one comes through. It's wide. The rebound bounces crazily, and it's able to be banked in. Deegan Nadeau with the score, as the shot from the point was extremely wide, took a big bounce back out, came right back out to Nadeau, and he was able to put it in for the goal for NYA that makes it 4-2. So after having a couple of 3-goal leads, game now back to a 2-goal game, and the shot goes wide from Sabatasso. Now, Bear Tang is offside and then knocked down for his trouble. .11:27 left to go in the second. Romer line is out. Dalio on one side, Williams on the other. And Jack Williams gets it in. Dalio battles for it against Adam Pelletier in the corner. Dalio will leave it behind the net. Romer picks it up there and will circle. Looking to get a shot off. Now he flips one through to Roof. Roof plays it down low. Dalio. Pelletier with it for NYA, and the puck comes back out just to center ice. Crabtree will send it back in. BB&N offside for the moment. Now a pass comes through center ice, and Roof will knock it in deep. And long play out. Crabtree able to just play it back in. No icing. And this one's taken over by Robbins. Robbins, the shot by Ferreira. Puck is loose. Ferreira gets his own rebound. Back to the point. The shot. Good shot from Crabtree from the left point. Steered aside by St. Hilaire. Now Roof with it. Gets it through. Tangle in front of the net, but it just slips wide. Roof back at the right point. We'll get it down in the corner. Long sequence of possession here for BB&N. And this one now finally is out and cleared in by Seeley. And NYA able to get a much needed change. Pass comes all the way up. Barone will dump it in. Beartang giving chase. But Owen Beaumont, he can't clear it. Played back in the middle. Barone tried to make a little small area pass, but didn't work. And now with speed coming through, Ryan Clay with the takeout of Cam Plourde. And now the Knights will bring it out. Beartang leaves it. The trailer is Barone, who had a great opportunity. Now Clay, his shot is high, but it is gloved by St. Hilaire. So a little buzz there from the last couple of shifts for BB&N after giving up the 2 goals in this period. And seeing NYA pulled to within 2. Off the draw, that was a set play. Ryan Clay was breaking from the right point in to the net, but they couldn't get it to him. Now Williams, strong on the puck. Comes back to the point. Tiger Tang tries to get it through. It's saved. And it comes right to Ben Romer. And he says, thank you very much. I'll just shovel that one into the net. And BB&N with the goal to go up 5-2. Great sequence there. And it wound up with an alert Ben Romer right on the doorstep to put that one home. That's Romer's 4th goal of the year. And it puts BB&N back up by 3 with 8:40 left to go in the second. Now quickly off the draw, BB&N able to get it in and get it deep. That's something they've done well all season, and particularly tonight. Been able to get some pucks in deep. NYA tries to come the other way, but puck just out of the reach of Nadeau. Robbins comes over to Ferreira. James Ferreira will get it in. Ferreira tried to make a pass into the middle, but nobody there. Barone with the stick check, and now we're going to have offside, I believe. .7:59 left to go in the second. 4 goals already in this period, 2 for each side, and the last one restored BB&N's 3-goal lead at 5-2. 5 different goal scorers for the Knights as they are spreading the wealth this evening. This one's dumped back in. It is offside. Believe they said that everyone, that NYA cleared correctly, but now BB&N kind of trapped in their own zone. The whistle blows. Hand pass is legal in your own defensive zone. Everybody knew that, except unfortunately for the guy with the orange armband. They should bring it out to center ice. But I don't believe they're going to do that. So, face off to the left of Potter. It'll be Barone against Sabatasso. Won by NYA, back to the point, knocked back in. Puck worked out nicely. Barone gains the line, gives it to Bear Tang. But he can't hang on to it through the corner, but still harassing. And the puck chipped up and out by NYA into the NYA bench. So face-off will be, I think, just outside the NYA zone. Both teams change with 7:12 left to go in period number 2. Only the second home game of the year for BB&N. They've already played 9 games and only 1 at home so far. They have a lot of home games in 2026. And if they can play this well at home, then that'll that bodes well for the rest of their schedule. NYA tries the long pass, but it's picked off by Ryan Clay. Clay back to the red line and dumps it in. Now back to the point. Clay moves in, battles for it, and now finally manages to hit it again, whack it behind the net. Poked away, and a little bit of a mix-up at center ice, but Max Carvalho gets it over to Ryan Clay, and the Knights will get it in deep. Ferreira gets a shot towards net, but knocked away, and now NYA coming back 3-on-2. Shot is up and over the netting. Eben Thibodeau trying to stick it under the crossbar, but stuck it under the scoreboard. 6:15 left to go in the second. We're thankful to all of you for joining us here on Knights Hockey on YouTube. I'm Steve Clay. Happy to be back with you for another season. As I said, I believe it's out of a 16-game stretch for BB&N. They play 12 of them at home here in the Nicholas Athletic Center. Shot off the faceoff is corralled by Potter. Potter has been very good tonight, especially late in the first period when he had a barrage of NYA attack. Panthers try and get something right off the faceoff, but can't. Now the puck is picked up, and Tiger will try and get it to Jack Williams, but just a little out ahead of him, and it'll be icing. The twin Tang brothers, defenseman Tiger and forward Bear, from Shanghai. 2010 birth years, came to the United States this year and happily enrolled at BB&N and already making an impact on the program as ninth graders. Puck comes all the way down and is stopped by St. Hilaire, and he will hang on to it for a faceoff. So the old field position change turns from a defensive zone draw to an offensive zone draw, and hopefully trying to take advantage of that, Ed Bourget will send out Barone, Bertang, and Walker. Comes back to the point. Shot, that was tippable, and I believe got a stick on it, but went wide. Now Barone with the shot just goes wide. Walker battling for it. Has it, walks out of the half boards, tries to get it back, and now a couple of backhanded passes. Nobody can get it on their forehand. Walker comes into play now. Ryan Clay tries to pinch, but puck taken away. But Tucker Hartman is back, makes a nice defensive play. Puck goes through all the way to the corner where it's picked up and moved out to center ice. Walker with it, little stutter step. Can't get it through. And now quickly it's Sabatasso coming in, and a tough angle shot. Potter had the post guarded well. Whistle blows. Net is off its moorings with 4:52 left to go in the second. The first Potter net knockoff of the day with 4:52 left to go in the second. That's a long time. Jack Williams, Barone, Bertang, Nolan Hartman, and Ben Romer, the goal scorers for BB&N. As BB&N ices the puck off the draw, and they'll bring it back and do it again. So 5 different goal scorers for BB&N on the night, which that is a recipe for success. Barone will take the draw against Sabatasso. Puck comes back out to center ice. Poked back in, but it is offside, and they're going to blow it dead there. As the puck came back out before, I believe it was Gianni Perillo had cleared the zone for NYA. Max Carvalho to take the draw against Sabatasso. Puck worked back into the BB&N zone, but now back to center ice, and Ferrero will forecheck on Cheever. Cheever able to get it around, but picked up. Now NYA has to wait. Robbins with the hit. Did pull up a little bit. That's the kind of hit where in the past Robbins might have tried to send him all the way across the street and held up a little bit. So some good restraint there. Back to the point. Backhander is kept in by Tiger Tang. Carvalho with the forecheck. Tiger Tang gets it into the corner. Now comes back. Good play by Carvalho, but it does come out the other way. And Perillo tries to take it around Roof in the corner, but Roof makes a nice defensive play. Puck back into the slot. Believe Tiger Tang got a shin pad on that. And they're able to ice it, and then a little bit of an entanglement between Jack Dalio and Cam Gardner. Gardner didn't like the fact that Dalio took a swing at the puck after the whistle had been blown. But puck will come all the way down into the BB&N end. 3:24 left to go in the second. Scramble off the draw, and BB&N with it behind their own net. Roof had two guys come in and forecheck him, so he kind of had nowhere to go. Taken over by NYA, back up at the top. Now Connolly takes it in. It's loose. Came across. Potter tried to tie it up, but it was still loose. But BB&N able to get it back out to center ice. Now Romer making a nice play at center ice. Williams holds up just long enough. Williams with a chance. And back to the point. Comes out, and Ryan Clay will take it. And he's able to get it back in despite Cam Plourd's efforts. Now Thibodeau with it, makes a nice little move at the blue line. His shot is deflected. Puck comes back out and skated out of trouble by Barone. Barone gets it harmlessly down into the NYA zone. Coming up on 2 minutes left to go in the second period. And now a 3-on-1. Clay with the defensive play, holding up that 3-on-1, and now the other way, Barone able to take it, takes it all the way around, puts it back out in front, and Clay just can't get it. That extra 2-inch extension on the stick not helping enough. Should have gotten the 3-inch extension. Whistle blows behind the play, but that was a dangerous sequence for NYA with a 3-on-1 and a pretty aggressive defensive play by Ryan Clay, diving to kind of smother the puck and take it out of harm's way, because that could have been a little tic-tac-toe-y from there. And preserving the 3-goal lead for the Knights with 99 seconds left to go in the second period. Shot from the point is deflected up into the netting. And we'll do it again. On the faceoff, it's in the corner. Roof will step in and keep it behind the net. And now this one comes all the way back out to center ice. And Kolaluka will bring it in. He gets a shot. Potter got a piece of that, sent it to the corner. Nolan Hartman can't quite evade the check. Scrum in the left wing corner. And there's a shot and a goal on the rebound, as Lathrop was right there, as I believe it was Nadeau with the first shot. And Lathrop was right there for the rebound. So 1:04 left to go in the second. And it's Cam Lathrop with the goal for NYA to make it 5-3 BB&N. Off the ensuing face-off, it's one back in the NYA zone. They'll try and get it all the way down, but now it bounces, and Barone can't quite get a stick on the puck, and NYA had a good chance. Now the puck along the boards, now back out, and a chance that whistled over the net from Thibodeau at the point. Now a scrum in the corner, and Clay able to move the puck, and he had hit Perillo, and Perillo came back at him somewhat angrily. Now J-Will able to move it out, and we've got a whistle behind the play. Everybody's yelling. Potter looks like the net is off, but also looked like Potter collided with somebody. BB&N's mad because they were on a rush when the whistle blew. So with 13 seconds left to go, faceoff will come back down. Not quite sure where. It's going to be just outside the BB&N zone, offensive zone. We'll see if they can get something going with 13 seconds left to go in the period. They do work it into the zone. Long passes out. Cam Roof will just play it back into the zone, and that is going to do it for the second period of play. 5 goals in the second, 3 from NYA to pull themselves back into this game, but a crucial 2 for BB&N, and after 2 periods, the Knights keep the lead at 5-3. We'll be back with third period action, see if the Knights can hang on to win their first home game of the year. Welcome back to BB&N. We're getting ready for the start of the third period. It's been a little bit of a freewheeling game, especially the second period with 5 goals. BB&N hoping the third period is a little less freewheeling, that they can kind of batten down the defensive hatches and hang on to this 5-3 lead. Ed Bourget on the bench. Head coach Kason Homan is with family for the weekend. We wish him all the best. But so far, so good through 2 periods as we're underway in the third. NYA in their road whites going from left to right on the screen. And this one is an icing early on as Ryan Clay wins the battle against Cam Lathrop. Lathrop had the goal late in the second period for NYA to make it 5-3. One of 3 NYA goals in the second period. Jack Dalio to take the draw. And it is won by NYA. And they attempt to work it out, but Thibodeau needs to chase it back into his own zone and then misplays it, and the puck comes right in on net, and Emile Saint-Hilaire with the play with Ben Romer right on the doorstep. So NYA, a little bit of problem getting the puck out of their own zone, and BB&N happy to take advantage of keeping the puck down in the offensive zone. It'll be Barone to take the face-off, but he loses it to Sabatasso. Knights can't get it in deep. There's a shot that goes off Potter's stick, I think, and went right up into his glove. He almost deflected it into his own net, but managed to avoid doing that. Hung on to it for the whistle. Choppy start here to the third, as Barone again on the draw. And BB&N tries to get it out, but now Sabatasso in the corner, battling there with Tucker Hartman. But Hartman's able to get it up. Walker will clear it all the way out. And Bear brings it in. His shot is wide, but it is covered by Saint-Hilaire, and he'll hang on to it for the faceoff. So another whistle. And Knights will change up again. And now it's Nolan Hartman to take the draw. NYA again winning it back around. Comes back out. It is onside. Roof tries to take it away, but a quick 1-2 punch, and NYA with the goal to cut it to 1. And that is trying to see who came through that line first. It was Harry Seeley, number 28. And that cuts this to a 1-goal game. Just about a minute and a half in. Seeley with the goal to make it 5-4. Tiger Tang tries to flip it up out of his own zone, and it just goes out. And it'll be a face-off to James Potter's right. Romer set to take the draw. Won by NYA, back to the point. Shot comes through wide. Thibodeau at the point tries to keep it in, but it's now back out to center ice. Cam Plourde gets it in, and the shot is saved by Potter. Clear out. This is Jack Williams. trying to get it on net, and a juicy rebound, but came right out just away from Jack Dalio. NYA comes quickly back the other way. Thibodeau can't get the wrist shot off, and Jack Williams gets it out, and now it's cleared in. No icing waved off. BB&N will be able to get a change. And this long pass will be icing, and so puck will come all the way back down in the NYA zone. So just what BB&N didn't want, which is to give up a goal within the first couple of minutes of the third period, a goal that cut it to 1. A little bit of a scramble in their own defensive zone, but a good play to take it away. Now back to Crabtree at the point. Tippable shot, doesn't get all the way through. And 3-on-2 possibility for NYA, but Knights are able to get back, and the shot goes wide and is now poked away to the corner. Walker, but they can't get it out. NYA keeps it in, and the pass across just can't connect with Pelletier, who would have had a great opportunity. If he was a right-handed shot, that would have been a one-timer for him. And now Knights will just flip it out, but not really attacking the puck at that point as Kang turns it around. Barone brings it in. His shoots just wide. Bear tries to flip it up in the air, but it goes into the netting and is whistled down. 14:43 left to go in the third. BB&N, which has held 2 3-goal leads in this game, now hanging on to a 1-goal advantage. 5-4. Hartman to take the draw. Puck comes back up to the point. Clay will wire it around. Robbins chases it in the corner. Hartman keeps it alive. Ferreira with it now. Comes back and is going to be worked out, or at least taken over by Cheever. Cheever comes around but cannot clear the zone. It's kept in. Ferreira gets it back, puts it in on Saint-Hilaire, but the save made. Now Clay at the point will just bat it back in. This one's wrapped all the way around and knocked down into the BB&N zone. Clay and Hartman both battling for it. Puck comes right up in front, and it goes off the stick of Alex Robbins into the glove, thankfully, for the Knights of James Potter. Hangs on for the face-off. A lot of whistles in this first 4+ minutes of the third period. But now it's Roof with it behind his own net. He'll start out. Can't control, but he'll work it out to Dalio. Dalio to center ice. Romer will dump it in. Doesn't make it all the way deep, though. But now it's taken over. Dalio will get it in deep. Romer chases. He's able to block it in the backboards. Gets it out in front for a chance. Kept in at the point by Tiger, but now he's kind of caught in. And the long pass ahead is taken by Roof. Right on him, though, is Perillo. Perillo briefly able to come up with the puck, but now Knight's able to work it out, but worked it out a little too aggressively, and that's going to be an icing. So a frustrating, scattered start to the third period. BB&N looking to try and put together some long stretches of puck control. But the early goal by Seeley for NYA has cut it to a 1-goal game. Now off the draw. Puck comes in on Potter. Chopped at by Dalio on the near side. Roof trying to get it out, but it's kept in right in the slot. Shot goes wide. That was Connolly. Now Romer with it. Romer working it out of his own zone. through center ice, over the blue line, takes it into the corner around Mott. Just trying to hold on while team changes behind him. And comes back out to center ice, NYA with it. And Clay will pick it up, and he will work it out. Barone makes a nice cutback, but runs right into an NYA player. Panthers get it in deep. Clay with it behind his own net. Barone swoops around and picks it up and brings it out over the blue line through center ice. And looks like Bear Tang was just offside on the far side. So another whistle as the sands of the hourglass aren't moving very fast at this point. One grain at a time, it feels like, for the Knights, who are hanging on to this 5-4 lead, and a player down right off the face-off, and there's a shot that comes in on Potter. Lathrop went down off the draw. BB&N tried to bat it hard ahead, and it hit Lathrop and caught him really kind of awkwardly, and he went off very slowly. But meanwhile, there's a steal in the offensive zone for NYA, but now Walker able to come out with it, go the other way. He takes the hit and manages to get it down in to the NYA zone. Knights will change. BB&N will work it out. A little chip pass by Ferreira, looking for Robbins, but couldn't connect. Back out, though. Good play by Ferreira to get a stick on that puck, and Nolan Hartman able to get it back down in. BB&N with the forecheck and the pressure. NYA with the long pass out. Can't connect, though. Thibodeau will step over. Roof, though, will play it around. Ferreira chases it out of the zone and can't quite get to it, but Nolan Hartman does. He picks it up. His shot goes just wide. And NYA will work it out of their own zone. Play into the middle for Lathrop. He's back on the ice. Sorry, that was Perillo. Now a 2-on-2. Nice pass across, and the shot. Nice save on the shot by Alex Robbins, as St. Hilaire just able to get something on it. Ryan Clay with the poke check away on the D, and Alex Robbins comes smoothly out of his own zone. It's moved ahead. Now Dalio can't take it through with him, and the puck knocked back in. Tucker Hartman will play it back over to Ryan Clay. Ryan Clay to Dalio. Dalio brings it out of the zone himself. Gets the blue line. Tries to work it down in deep. Barone with the shot. Turned aside by St. Hilaire. Now the Panthers will work it up. And knocked back down in by BB&N. This is the game BB&N wants to play. They want to just get the puck, dump it deep. This one comes back out to center ice. Barone giving chase. It's back in the NYA zone. Little mishandle by Beaumont. Hard forecheck. And the good check by Liam Walker. Barone chasing it, trying to keep it alive. Plays it to Bear. Bear's knocked over by Cam Plord. And the long pass is going to be, icing is waved off. And there's a chance and another chance, and they missed the open net. Bad angle on the rebound, but two chances for NYA. And Knights just need to clear it out, and they do. The long pass wound up with a golden opportunity for NYA. That's a shot over the net, creates a long rebound, and now Nolan Hartman with speed gets a puck in on St. Hilaire. Looked like he kind of fought it a little bit, but nobody right on the doorstep. BB&N has scored a couple of goals that way today. There's a shot in by Tiger Tang that is saved. And BB&N, again, trying to keep the pressure up. Comes back. Now, Tang will get it and is able to get it to Nolan Hartman. Hartman can't get it deep, but Clay will get the red line and dump it deep. And everybody will change. 7:14 left to go in the third. And this one bounces all the way. NYA with a chance. The shot is high from Plord. Puck back out to center ice, but it's controlled. Hartman will try and connect with Romer, but couldn't do that, and the puck will come all the way back into the BB&N defensive zone. 6:50 left to go in the third. Only goal in the third was Seeley for NYA to pull the Panthers to within one. NYA trailed 4-0 in this game and have come to within 5-4. Now there's a pass back out to the right point. The shot through. Potter able to see it and make a pad save. That was Mott at the point. Now some zone pressure. Puck comes through wide of the net, and BB&N able to clear it out. Jack Williams will chase it down. Pelletier loses an edge. Williams will get it and fight some valuable seconds off the clock, but now the puck comes back out. And a shot in is blockered away. The rebound is saved by Potter. Now another chance by NYA. That one goes wide. The Panthers really trying to put some pressure on, and Potter's going to be able to cover this one up with 5:52 left to go. Just an inexorably slow trickle of the time left in the third period for this BB&N squad. Looking to potentially get to 500, the latest in a season that they've been since a long, long time. Off the draw, puck is still batted around. BB&N able to get it to the perimeter. And now this one, Cam Roof's going to be able to pick up and loop out to center ice. But it's taken right back over by Plord. And then a nice play by Barone. Barone will gain the center ice line, bring it in. Can't get it deep, though. Walker on the forecheck. Now NYA will bring it out. Get it into the corner. This is Curtis Brown, puts it out in front, but good D by BB&N, and they're able to get it back out to center ice. Walker was slow to get up after taking a hit in front, and there's a shot that Potter's able to turn aside at close range, and now Barone with it, and he's able to just get it deep. Everybody changes behind him. And NYA works it back out. Can't get it deep, though, as Ryan Clay made the play at the blue line to hold things up. They get it in deep. Lathrop chases Clay, but Clay will get it back. And now he'll just chip it out to center ice. And NYA will reload and come back in, but they overskate the puck. And now there's a play in front, but BB&N back to defend it well. There's a backhand save by Potter. And now this one is whipped around to the near side. Ryan Clay is going to pick it up and get it out to center ice, and Robbins is going to try and get it deep, but can't. 3:34 left to go. Puck comes in just wide of Potter. NYA still with it, though. Jack Williams battling for it. Puck back out to the point. The shot. Believe Potter got a piece of it. Back out to the point. Comes down low. Clay able to get in the way of that one. Williams will just take it to the corner, try and bleed some time off the clock. We're under 3 minutes left to go, and then he walks out with it and manages to flip it all the way down the ice. That's going to be on net. A great play by Jack Williams to get that one all the way back down the other end of the ice and force an offensive zone faceoff. As BB&N trying to hang on here. NYA has played very well from about the first 5 minutes of the game on in. They outscored BB&N 3-2 in the second. They've outscored BB&N 1-0 so far in the third. And the Knights hoping that they can hang on here. NYA wins the draw. They get it out to center ice. Roof will just put it all the way back in. And BB&N will forecheck. NYA works it out to center ice. Crabtree gets it off of Sabatasso, though, and the shot is blocked by Cam Roof. And Barone can't quite get it out, but now it is taken out by Roof. Puck goes down in deep. Crabtree is there first. Barone with support. NYA comes out of the corner with it. Crabtree with the hit. Barone will work it around. He hits the ref, though. Comes back out, and then it comes back out to Walker. Walker with Bear Tang. His puck is knocked off his stick. He'll try and get it. He does get it down to Bear Tang. Bear Tang is impeded and loses the puck, and here comes NYA. Puck comes all the way back down in. Clay with it. He's able to just flip it back out outside the zone. Gets a stick on it as NYA tries to bring it back in. Now it's put in by Mott. 1:22 left to go. Clay battling for it, manages to just get it outside the zone. And now they turn again, and it's knocked away. Remains to be seen when St. Hilaire may come out. 1:04 left to go. And a shot and a save by Potter. Saw it all the way off the stick of Owen Cheever. And 58 seconds left to go. And St. Hilaire is out of his net. And I believe NYA has called a timeout, and that is fine with BB&N because they have players they want to rest and probably get back out on the ice for the last 58 seconds. They've just done a good job kind of mucking things up at the blue line and preventing NYA from getting back in. But tense moments in the NAC on a Friday night. But again, we're glad you could join us on Knights Hockey here on YouTube. We'll have tomorrow afternoon's game for you as well, as the Knights take on the Hilltoppers of Worcester Academy at 1 p.m. start. BB&N played Worcester Academy earlier in the Barber tournament and beat them 5-2. So they are hoping they can continue their play throughout the weekend. All right, 58 seconds on the clock. BB&N does bring out their top D pair. Whistle blows immediately on the face-off, but not without 1 second clicking off. NYA noticed it, of course. Michael Ward was very alert there. Now, it would be clever if they could get 2 seconds back on the clock because it was 58 seconds. I said it. So it does go back to 59. Good job. Dalio on the faceoff. One into the corner. Clay battles for it, but it comes all the way back out and is cleared back. Now, Barone is giving chase. And they're able to just get it away. And Jack Williams able to turn it over, and now there's a steal, but they can't get it. Barone almost able to get it. Dalio will put it in deep. 26 seconds left to go. Long pass out, goes too far, and Roof able to get it all the way back down. And they're going to call icing on that with 16 seconds left to go. So it all comes down to this. One draw. And now I believe, nope. Was BB&N? Didn't know if BB&N was going to call their timeout. So I can't tell you what's going on here. BB&N made wholesale changes. They've got the Romer line on. Ben Romer will take the draw against Jacob Kolaluka. One back and couldn't connect back at the point. Robbins tried to get active in it, and now they're able to clear it all the way out and down, and the whistle blows. 3 seconds left. And that was a huge play down in the corner. Robbins and Romer both collaborating to get that puck out. And now comes down to one final draw. Romer gets it. Robbins is able to clear it out, and that is the buzzer. BB&N gets up to a 4-0 lead and is able to hang on with a 5-4 final. And some chippiness after the final whistle. But a 5-4 victory for the Knights. Not their prettiest game, but they've played plenty of not pretty games in the past couple of years and have not come out with a W. So, an important night for this program as they get back to 5-5 on the year and come out of this with a 5-4 victory over NYA. We'll recap the scoring for you. First period, it was 3 goals by BB&N in the first 5 minutes. Jack Williams with the first one, Hunter Barone with the second, and Bear Tang with the third. In the second period, Nolan Hartman made it 4-0 BB&N until NYA finally got on the board. Stephen Connolly with the first one for the Panthers. NYA then cut it to 4-2 when Deegan Nadeau scored. BB&N got back to a 3-goal lead. Ben Romer scored again, still in the second period, but late in the second period, the goal by Cam Lathrop gave NYA life and made it 5-3 going into the break, and then just a minute and a half into the third period, Harry Seeley scored for NYA and made it 5-4, and then they had to hang on. BB&N had to hang on for the remaining 16 and a half minutes. But they did, and they come out with the victory. So that is going to do it for us here on Nights Hockey on YouTube. Again, we thank you for watching, and we will be back with you tomorrow again for 1 o'clock with the game against NYA. But for right now, that is it. BB&N hangs on, improves to 500 on the year at 5-5 with a 5-4 win over the North Yarmouth Academy Panthers. Again, for Nights Hockey on YouTube, I'm Steve Clay. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.